I'm Mark Irvin and I'm the race manager of the Coigach rowing team. The Coigach Lass, which is our first boat, was built 3 years ago. A race manager was needed and they asked me and I said yes. There's an awful lot that goes on with rowing that isn't actually rowing. There's building, as you can see here, maintenance of boats, organising of teams, getting people to row properly.
My name is Alan Pendred. I'm the chairman of the Coigach Community Rowing, and I also row in the boats and do a bit of work on building and maintaining the oars. Yeah, Mark Irvin got me in. He dragged me in because they were short of rowers for, I think it was the second regatta the club went to, which was Port Soy about 3 years ago. And I said, I'll just go to this one regatta, practice for 2 weeks, and then I'm not going to continue. But here I am 3 years later, I'm still rowing, so I got bitten by the bug.
2010 was our first proper year, and we just won the odd race, generally the men's open, and that really got us hooked, and the team just gathered from there.
They were desperate enough initially to ask me to row, and now we've got about 15, 16 rowers, I think, maybe more. We've got quite a few people joined this year and have all done really well and won medals. So it's growing slowly. We're a small community, but we've got quite a few rowers.
I mean, this race we've got coming up at Loch Winnoch is going to be interesting because it's in fresh water. That means the boat is going to be sitting slightly more into the water, and I sense that is going to make the races a lot more even. It's going to be harder work. Effectively, you're pulling more boat through the water. So I'm hoping that the fact that we've had a good year and the fact that we've done a lot of training is going to help, but we're not being at all complacent. There's an awful lot that goes into trying to win a race. There's the obvious, we go out rowing and we try and improve our technique, but there's a huge amount that goes on in the background. Physical training, understanding and trust of each other, that we've all done enough to be worthy of being in the boat, and most importantly, we all believe we can win the race. What we're trying to do is increase our core strength as well as our aerobic fitness. Today we'll do our usual circuits. What that basically means is that there will be 40-second circuits on each mat, and you've got 15 seconds in between, and there's 13 different exercises that we do. And then in between the batches of exercises, Dan, who's in the men's open, will take us through some even more painful core exercises just for about a minute that we all do together. We're all amateurs. None of us are trained at this, but access to the internet now, you can look up, and a lot of these exercises are based on what the Olympic rowers did.
Well, the circuits are designed to improve our cardio and our strength as well. We have put a little bit of thought into them. There's a lot of upper body, a lot of core, and a lot of getting your heart moving, getting the blood pumping around your system, and that's basically it. All our teams are very strong rowers. The men's team is a very powerful team. The opposition will have to put in a fairly strong team to beat us. Not that we're overly confident, but you know, we train hard, and yeah, we should do pretty well in that race.
There's one or two who are very keen to, particularly as this is the last race of the season, to have a go at us, and they're very short races. So the men's open is going to be literally over in 3 or 4 minutes. So a lot can go wrong in that time. If you pull an oar off your pin, the race is lost. So it's going to take quite some concentration and belief just to get this job done.
we got down just outskirts of Glasgow about 11 o'clock, so straight to bed, no drink. We may have had a bottle of wine.
We've had a lot of victories. In fact, every regatta we've been to, we've come away with most wins, so we're rather pleased with ourselves, but we're also very aware that we have to continue and not get slack.
We're going to win it. I hope. Yeah, we don't know, but we've won most of these races this year, so I think we should win this. Perfect conditions. Portobello and Anstruther, I think, are the strongest teams here. North Berwick have a good team, but they haven't brought a boat, so they're stuffed. Portobello are some of our best, friendliest competitors and best friends in the skiffing. We always enjoy their regatta down there and stay in somebody's camp in their back garden and things like that. So we'll see. We've beaten them this year in nearly every race, so but still pretty friendly.
There's a competitive edge, but it's also a social edge. So we've got the Halloween party tonight at the club in Anstruther, and there's a few other clubs coming down, spending the night at the Royal West and have a real party. So the social aspects is important to the events as the rowing is. They don't get in unless you dress up. My outfit's a secret. What about yours?
Well, I'm usually the best one. Best dressed Highlander is on the stretch.
The men's open is a shorter race, and it's going to be more of a sprint. I think you're going to have to. It's going to be more of a power in rather than an endurance race. We'll just see. We've got a good technique with the boat, good oars, good crew. We train. We'll see how it goes.
Everyone's dead even up to the buoy, but we seem to a very good turn and just got ahead after the buoy. But it's surprisingly tight. The smaller the race, obviously, the tighter it is. So.
It's always hard, that's it, but enjoyable. Mark insists on you sort of rowing really hard even though you're winning. I like to take it easy. Beaten by that much is enough for me.
I think when we chatted at the beginning of the day, I said these things don't come easily, and that last race, the men's open, might have looked easy, but it was tough. It also shows how close other boats are getting to us, and that next year, with different systems, it could be a whole lot harder. They're getting quite close. So, yes, victorious, but cautious about the future.
And the winners of the Open Main was Coigach.